It is very unwise to base training decisions off of stuff you read in an Instagram comment section.
Had a bunch of butthurt Instagram comments over that Sumo Vs Conventional block pull post I made. So today, I think we're going to pull out the floor. And I also think, just for my own curiosity, we're going to pull both ways today.
Little did I know how not good of an idea that would be. Like childhood Seth, unknowingly getting into the back of the wrong minivan because he was so excited to run out of the convenience store so he could down his Slurpee, I was blinded by conventional feeling so much better than sumo that I didn't realize I was totally jacking up my conventional wedge. And yet, the optimism persisted until it didn't.
And I hope what you gathered from watching warm-ups is conventional still cheating.
Struggling with conventional led to even more confusion than usual with trying to figure out how to get a sumo deadlift off of the floor.
And I think the worst part of doing this is if I wasn't pulling conventional, I'd be like, sumo's moving pretty good. But because I'm pulling conventional like literally right after, I've realized how not good sumo really is. Fuck! It just feels like I have no leverage.
Yeah, it's kind of.
And I don't know why that is glued to the floor this week. I think I got one more thing I can try to make it not glued to the floor.
After admitting defeat with sumo, I still had a chance to redeem myself with the one true deadlift. Which didn't move like it should have, but I thought I finally figured out what I was doing wrong.
And like, wasn't good, but still a lot better than sumos. And I think like what I'm missing is like pulling myself down the bar. Like I'm not just like going for the bar. I need to like hip flexor, ab, lat, everything pull in to actually have more tension when I get down there.
But like Spider-Man in Spider-Man 3, once I remembered how to use the bar's weight to my advantage, things went at least a little bit better.
Yeah, good enough. And that kind of felt like balls, but I feel like balls today, so ball math checks out, and I can at least be kind of okay with that. And I think that since we didn't get a lot of good sumo work in, it might be wise to run sumos as downsets in place of the stiff legs. And going straps on for these because the kabuki bar is hurty.
I don't know if it was the heat or the sweat or the whatever, but my hands had never been so ouchy, ouchy, yuck, yuck ever in my life before. But in a never-before-seen turn of events, what I figured out conventional actually helped me with my sumo wedge.
And want to do Nordics, but it's crowded. where I'd only do Nordic. So I think we're going to pivot over to some GHRs. And like, I freaking despise this machine, but I don't know, better than waiting around.
I swear, it felt like I had more hip extension than I did here.
Yeah, this thing still sucks.
And it's not that the Rogue GHR sucks, but this one in particular, the pads are broken down very unevenly, so there's no way that you can do it and not feel like you're totally crooked on the damn thing.
But we're still going to get like at least decent enough hammy work in here. I think based on what's available for space, we're going to go with a high risk setup for the chins today.
My feet were at least 3 feet from the floor here, and if I were to slip off from the handles, I surely would have fallen to my death.
Pleasantly surprised by how not terrible that felt.
The fear of death is apparently highly motivational. Or maybe I'm finally getting light enough that doing anything body weight isn't just going to suck.
And I do not know what I want to do next because pull down's occupied, chest supported row is occupied. That thing takes way too many plates to make it hard enough to be worth doing. So I think only other option is going to be seated row. And because I'm too lazy to change the handle, I think I'm just going to run it single arm. That actually feels pretty good. I'm okay with this. A little rib cage drop, little thoracic rotation. Yeah, that works. And I'm a fan of thoracic rotation on single arm rows as long as it's like a controlled roll, not just like jerking off the weight stack. And I waited around 5 minutes for this because with how the chins have been trending, there's no way I'm not doing these. These being very deliberate wide pull downs, trying to get the bar as low as my flexibility allows with a very controlled pull. And I get that watching me do pull downs this light is probably really boring, but the thing is, the boring, super intentful stuff is where a lot of ground can be made up because so many people don't want to do the shit because it's hard and it also isn't all that much fun. But digging in to the hardness can kind of make it fun. That's what she said. And with sumos going to shit the last couple of weeks, been thinking hard about what I have been doing and what I haven't been doing. And what I realized is haven't run these shitty wide bench sit-ups in a while, and just like sitting here, I can definitely tell the anterior adductors need some more work. Yeah, definitely need to keep those in. And I don't know, another one of those sessions that might not have felt the greatest, but still pretty darn okay from the productivity standpoint. And I think that right now, with how hard I'm pushing the diet and with how much weight has come off already, like that's really all I can ask for at this point. And I'm just going to do my best to keep that rolling as we finish this sucker out. And like I'm talking like I'm getting close to finishing, and like I do see the end of the tunnel, but I also recognize that there's still a long ass freaking ways to go, and it probably is going to be a lot harder than it currently is. But knowing that it's still this okay, I'm at least excited to get there. So peace out, guys. Thank you for watching. Have a good rest of your night.
And if you need help with a specific issue, hit those links below, book a consult, and we will get you sorted out.